So the Tower of Light can be used two ways. It can be used as a cleansing and a shielding. So it's amazing to do first thing in the morning after your grounding, before you even leave the house, so that you are your very own portable sacred space. So if you want to join this meditation, you can either lie down or sit up, but make sure you're really comfortable. Rule of thumb for these meditations are that your exhale extends longer and slower than the inhale. And that way, not only do the brain waves slow down so the intellect starts to go to sleep, but it also softens the physical body, because it's like a light switch for the parasympathetic nervous system. So hello all. So I'm going to begin the meditation first by talking you through a gradual relaxation of the physical body, and then I will talk you through the Tower of Light. And I will save this video, and I'll even post it to my highlights so that way it can be accessed, because I have some on my Facebook page, but I don't have any stored on the Instagram page. So I made that promise, and I am keeping this promise, and I'm sorry it is so late in the evening, but hopefully those of you who are joining can do this and then maybe sleep so amazing. Because I know so many of you are getting downloads in your sleep, and your sleep has been pretty erratic. So if you do this before you sleep, hopefully this will help you sleep a little better, shielding you from any energetic pollution, also cleansing you from any energetic pollution that you took on during the day. So again, just make sure that that exhale is longer and slower than the inhale. So if your inhale is about 4 seconds, let that exhale be 6, 8, 10 seconds, and that'll help you slip into those slower brain waves from beta to alpha to theta, and maybe even delta if you can get really long and slow. So let's take a deep collective breath together, and remember that that deep breath is going to start beneath the navel. The lobes of the lungs are huge, so you really want to fill the entire lobes of the lungs. Breathing in nice and deep, and release with an audible sigh. And this unifies us as one. We are one. So go ahead and shake out your shoulders, close your eyes, and I'm going to talk you through a gradual relaxation of the physical body first, and then, like I said, I will move into the Tower of Light meditation. So I will post in the description where the Tower of Light begins if you want to skip all the intro. Okay, so let's get started. Thank you. Breathing deep and easy, and let every exhale escape the body like a release, just letting go. And as I mention a body part, allow not only your awareness, but your breath to go to that space, and dare to fully let go of all muscle control over that body part. So we're going to start at the pinky toes, the second toe, the middle toes, second to the big toe, the big toes, the balls of the feet, the arches, the tops of your feet, and the heels, feeling the full weight of your feet anchoring the bottom of your body, and a gentle pull downward as you move over the ankles with the breath and awareness into the shins and calves. and a gentle tug at the knees as the entire lower legs are completely relaxed. As you move into the thighs with the breath and awareness, spend a few breath rotations in this space. We tend to store lots of emotion in our thighs, from knees to hips. Really consume that space with breath, softening the thighs. Letting go of all the tension and tightness. Our thighs do so much work for us every day. Feel the gratitude and release with the exhale. When you really breathe past that urge to brace yourself, the glutes will completely soften and the hips will gently roll open to accept the breath into the pelvis. So allowing your awareness and breath to move upwards into the pelvic floor, the tailbone, into the left hip, the right hip, all of that sacral space beneath the navel, wrapping around the low back. And spend a few breath rotations in this space as well. This is where we tend to store our most horrific trauma, our deepest emotional pain. So really feel how the power of your breath purifies that space, and let it all go. Moving upward now around the waist, the stomach and the middle back. And as you soften all of this lower torso, all of this lower abdominal space, you'll feel the breath becoming fuller and deeper and much, much easier. And if you need to release that exhale with an audible sigh, just to power that breath just a little bit more forceful, you can do that, and you'll feel trauma just dissipating with the exhale. With every breath, more free. Moving into the chest, feeling the breath pressing in to the sternum all the way to the base of the neck, the spine all the way to the base of the neck. Expanding your heart space, going up the left side of the torso into the shoulder, up the right side of the torso into the shoulder, relaxing the upper middle back, and you'll feel the shoulders release, falling away from the ears. And now the entire torso has become soft and heavy, stacked over the hips. Moving up the neck, softening the neck, around the ears and the jaw, the chin and around the mouth, softening the tongue, the cheekbones hands and around the nose. The temples and around the eyes. Between the brows, spending a moment in this space, imagining the breath being drawn into that space between the brows and release with an audible sigh, quieting the mind, the forehead, and really soften the face and feel how good that feels, how free that feels, without any need to express yourself physically. The top of the head and the back of the scalp, feeling the full weight of the head now stacked over the shoulders. The torso over the hips and the legs all the way to the tips of the toes. And moving now down the shoulders into the triceps and biceps, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the backs of the hands and the palms, the pinkies, the ring fingers, the middle fingers, the index fingers, and the thumbs. And so take this moment now to do a full body scan and see if there is any space where you're still holding tightness, tension. Is there any space in the body that the breath wants to bypass, that your awareness wants to avoid? And allow your awareness and breath to go to that space and really let go. Feel the breath and vibration freely moving from toe to top. The more relaxed the physical body is, the more fully the soul can come into that space. And now I will begin the Tower of Light. And so I want you first to connect with the light. This is a beautiful white light, and it comes from Source. It's a brilliant white light, but it is not a harsh light. You can look at it, and it's warm and inviting. It has this beautiful glow with an iridescence to it and silver sparkles and strands. And I want you to connect to that light, opening your heart. And on the next inhale, you will begin not only drawing that light into the body, but pulling it over the body. And every exhale will just be a pause and a clean sweep so that the next inhale can move further up the body. So you always start at the soles of the feet pulling that light into every inner space, every bend, every curve, every dark corner and crack, allowing that light to spill into every space. And if you feel any resistance, then just give the breath a pause. The light and breath will be more sluggish in spaces where you tend to store more trauma and emotion, where there's more congestion, where the energy is not as free-flowing and open. So just be gentle with yourself. This is not a bad thing. Remember, there is nothing good or bad. It just is. And this is part of our journey, is becoming a more open vessel. And so allow the light to spill into those spaces and feel how it transmutes the energy that is housed there. And as you pull that light over the body, you're going to cover every outer space, every inch, covering each of our digits individually, so the toes and the fingers, every orifice. So yes, your genitals, your mouth, nose, eyes, ears. And so with every inhale, you are pulling that light into the body and also over the body like a sleeve. But you can begin feeling your own vibration increase as you connect with this light, because this light is what we are in our truest form. And so that increase in vibration and that tingling is really the authentic, real you doing the happy dance inside the earth suit. And so not only is the breath purifying, you are drawing in this sacred power of wind into your very own body. This light of source purifies you, washing clean all of that energetic pollution that's kind of stuck inside and just washing it out. So every inhale, you will move up the body, inside and over, and every exhale is just a pause and a clean sweep, so the next inhale you can move further up the body, feeling your vibration increase as you move up the body, but also feeling the lightness. Feeling the weight of your physical body just melting away. Over the knees, and paying special attention to places that you don't normally touch, maybe in the shower, behind your knees, the inner thighs, of the legs. Really pay attention to all of those spaces. Your awareness and breath and this light are touching all of those spaces. And feel how you become overwhelmed with this feeling of love and gratitude and reverence. As you approach the crotch, you're going to cover your bottom, your genitals, and every inner space as well. Remember, you're allowing this light to spill into all of those dark corners, all of those spaces, every bend, every curve, and every bend and curve of your outer body. as your vibration increases, your breath becomes steady and deep. Then it begins to feel effortless. And your heartbeat becomes steady and easy. There's a beautiful balance and calmness that now occupies all of the inner space of your physical body. You are in complete communion with your authentic self. And the tool of the intellect and physical body are your servants. Just every inhale moving up the body, every exhale a release. And really follow your own intuition. You know you better than anyone. So if you feel that breath becoming sluggish in any space when you're trying to move the light into those heavier spaces, allow the exhale to leave the body. You can even moan. You can hum. You can have that audible sigh, a grunt in those deeper spaces. Sometimes you just need that little baby war cry to move that breath through the body, just to help move that heavier grit out of your body. And really feel into that. You have to feel to heal. There's no way of avoiding the feels. And when you're in deep communion with yourself like this, the emotions are that last little doorway into the real you. It's still not you, but it's huge insight to the real you. It's that last little bit so that you get to see you. So if you're feeling any bit of grief moving through the body, the undercurrent of the collective right now is rage. So if you have any rage moving through your body, feel that and just, let yourself grunt to move that out of the solar plexus or that deep abdomen. And when you get into the heart space, feel that, how you're taking on all of that fear-based energy from society and how heavy that is, and just let that shit go. Let it go. Breathe it out. Let it go. Free yourself. And you'll feel this light and breath moving very fast down the shoulders and through the arms. Once this light hits the heart space, it just kind of takes off. And so again, every inhale, you're moving through the body, over the body, and every exhale is a pause of the light, but it's a clean sweep so that the next inhale can move up just a little bit further. And when you get to the face, remember you're covering the mouth, the nose, the ears, and the eyes. And that's the beauty of working with energy. You can see through it, breathe through it, taste through it, smell through it, talk through it, feel through it. And when you get to the top of your head, just do a quick body scan again and see if there is any space untouched by this light. And allow your awareness and breath to move the light into that space so that every single inner space is filled with this beautiful, brilliant, luminous light. And every outer space is covered by this beautiful, brilliant light. And then breathe into its intensity. So with every inhale now, you are going to breathe into the brilliance, turning that brilliance up a notch with every inhale. Every exhale is just a release as you become more you with every breath. Breathing into the intensity of that light and release. Breathing into the light, increasing its luminosity, and release. And when you feel the physical body can hold absolutely no more light, where you're completely taxing the confines of the physical body, allow that light to shower through the crown, which is the center top of the head, at least 3 feet above the physical head, and then shower over the body enough to cover the outstretched arms. This will completely purify the aura, and it shields you. So this tower of light not only purifies the spirit, but shields you. So everything you are experiencing right now is 100% only you. You should feel immense peace right now. Probably completely activated, stimulated, recharged, energized, but so at peace. You are your very own walking sacred space. So I will post the recording of this video. You can stay in this bliss as long as you dream. If you are interested in Streamline class, you can check out Studio Y Yoga. I will also post that. And it's every Friday morning, 10:30 Arizona time, 10:30 a.m. It's an hour long. Completely custom. I just see who shows up on Zoom. You would have to register on Studio Y's Mind Body website for the class. And I usually feel into the common pulse of the class, and it's completely custom